Some women choose silence the moment an argument starts. No matter how much you say, they won't respond with a single word. You just want to have a genuine conversation, but their cold attitude drives you to your breaking point. Afterward, you even feel guilty, wondering if you were being too emotional or not understanding enough. But the truth is, your frustration is often triggered bit by their indifference. In intimate relationships, our deepest need is to be seen. When you're emotional and they stay silent, it's like performing a one-person show. This emotional disconnect makes you feel ignored and invalidated, and gradually your emotions spiral completely out of control. So why do they go silent during arguments? From a psychological perspective, there are three main types. Type 1. She's using silence as a defense against conflict. These women often grew up with deep-seated insecurity, having their needs constantly suppressed. They've learned that speaking up doesn't help anyway, so they choose silence to protect themselves. It's not that she doesn't have emotions, she just doesn't believe expressing them will lead to understanding. Silence becomes her defense mechanism and a form of silent protest. Type 2. She doesn't know how to handle conflict in intimate relationships. Some women grew up in emotionally neglectful families where no one taught them how to face disagreements or resolve conflicts. And they never witnessed healthy communication in their family of origin. So when problems arise, they instinctively avoid them, thinking that things will blow over in a few days and communication isn't necessary. But this attitude feels like neglect and harm to you. Type 3. She's using silence to manipulate you. This type is the most concerning. Psychology calls them emotionally manipulative partners. She's not incapable of communicating. She deliberately chooses silence and coldness, leaving you hanging while watching you become anxious and break down, then turning around and calling you emotionally unstable. She takes the moral high ground, making you feel ashamed and guilty. This is actually classic emotional abuse, a form of covert manipulation. What should you do when you encounter this? First, determine whether her silence stems from avoidance, inability, or manipulation. If she just has trouble expressing emotions but is otherwise good to you, you can try communicating by telling her you're willing to give her space to cool down, but she must also participate in solving the problem. Because intimate relationships aren't about one person processing everything alone. They're about two people facing things together. But if she's deliberately using emotional abuse to force you to give in and trigger your emotional breakdown, you need to seriously consider whether it's time to end this relationship that only drains you. Because emotional abuse is nearly impossible to change, and you deserve an equal, warm partner who's willing to communicate. Cutting your losses is the greatest protection you can give yourself.